Come in.
Hello, Professor Knoten. Could I ask a few questions about the lesson today?
Yes, of course. Come sit down.
Yeah, thanks, Professor Knoten. In class today, you mentioned the Electoral College, and I didn't know if that was like something I had to apply to later on in life or to plan for in my senior year.
No, Timmy, no. So the Electoral College is the system used to elect our president in the United States. So the way it works is there's a group of people called electors that are based off the amount of people for each state in Congress. And they are the people that actually vote for our president. Each elector casts one electoral vote, and during a presidential election, there are 538 votes.
538? Why 538?
It's a good question, Timmy. 538 is a weird number, but it coincides with the amount of people in Congress. 100 people for senators and 435 people in the House of Representatives, plus 3 from the District of Columbia, which is also known as Washington, D.C. So when you think you're voting for a presidential candidate, your vote actually counts toward a popular vote in your state that determines who your electors will vote for during the presidential election.
So how do you win?
You win by getting 270 electoral votes. Because there's 538 total, 270 is more than half.
Okay, I'm starting to understand, but why is this a good system? Why do we do it this way? Why don't we just do a popular vote?
We don't have a popular vote because it excludes smaller states, because all the larger states would get more power in elections. One of the main benefits is it includes smaller states, unlike the popular vote, because each state gets at least 3 electoral votes. It also encourages presidents to travel around the U.S. because a lot of smaller states added up gives you the same amount of electoral votes as a larger state. There's also a concept called safe states, and these states have consistently voted for one party, such as Democrat or Republican, and so presidential candidates can be assured that they will get these states during an election.
So if they're not safe states, what are they?
If they're not safe states, then they're probably swing states. Swing states are states that move back and forth between the Democratic and Republican Party during an election. Since they are known as swing states, presidential candidates normally visit them more than safe states because they can be influenced toward either political party. This makes it essential for presidential candidates to visit these states.
Sounds like there's a lot of benefits to the Electoral College. Are there any disadvantages?
There are some downsides of the Electoral College. You can win the popular vote, and yet you could still lose the election. As long as you get more electoral votes, popular votes do not matter at all. Because of this, some people believe that it's less of a democratic vote because it's not just a popular vote. The Electoral College also gives some states way too much electoral power. For example, California has 55 electoral votes. California has more electoral votes than the states between Washington and Wisconsin combined. Although unlikely, you can get a tie in the Electoral College, and in recent elections, it has been very close.
What happens if there's a tie?
If you get a tie, then it goes to the House of Representatives, but it's not like it normally is in the House of Representatives. Each state gets 1 vote. This would dramatically change the election's outcome, because larger states would have the same say in the election as a very small state. Another con of the Electoral College is that many people in safe states don't think they need to vote because they don't think their vote counts.
So has there ever been a case where a candidate won the popular vote but lost the electoral vote?
There actually have been some controversial elections. For instance, the election of 1860 between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas. Abraham Lincoln only won 40% of the popular vote, but he took most of the North with the Electoral College. This was significant because the northern states were anti-slavery, whereas the southern states relied on slavery for their economy. Without the Electoral College, Stephen Douglas could have won the election by popular vote, changing the course of our history and changing our views on slavery. A more recent election, in 2000, was the George W. Bush versus Al Gore. The election came down to Florida's vote. All TV networks said that Al Gore was going to win the election, but then it became too close to tell. It wasn't until 5 weeks later that the Supreme Court announced that George Bush won. George won 30 states, but he trailed by 500,000 popular votes.
Well, thank you for that explanation. After all this is said and done, what do you think about the Electoral College?
I think there are some downsides for the Electoral College, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives. I believe the Electoral College levels the playing field for minorities and higher social classes. Since there are less people in these higher social groups, normally their voices would be drowned by the majority. But with the help of the Electoral College, the minority has a say in many economic and electoral decisions. Before I received my doctorate in U.S. history, I thought everything we did was based off a popular vote. But after hearing about this system, I agree with it fully. The Electoral College has allowed our elections to be more fair to all people. It's been a good time visiting with you, but I have some horrible history projects to grade.